Do you know what the most resilient parasite in the world is? Not a bacteria, not a virus, but an idea. An idea that can take hold of you and replicate in your mind until it comes to define you or destroy you. Just like that movie, Batman Begins. Whoa. I feel compelled by an idea, the idea of tweed in a box. What's the best tweed pedal, right? This channel is completely a tweed channel now. Today we're going to compare a pedal that we've all forgotten about, the Strymon Iridium, to the Deluxe55, Origin Effects' latest flagship amp-in-a-box pedal that, in my opinion, accurately captures 1955 Tweed Deluxe. Now, the Strymon Iridium, which is kind of crazy that they haven't updated the software in years, right? 4 years, 5, they have like no new updates, no new features. But I think it's because they got so much right out of the gate. They have these great amp, like homage channels, right? They're not accurate to like every cap and resistor, but they really capture like the essence of all these amps, these great amps for recording or for live work. Now, many of you may know that the round channel on the Strymon Iridium is based on a Fender Deluxe reverb, but when you push the mids, they also added like a Tweed channel-esque, a Tweed-esque channel. It's like an homage. And you'll be surprised at actually how close it gets to some parts of the Deluxe55. I have the IR disabled in Strymon Iridium. I'm going direct into my interface, and I have the Origin Effects Tweed IR loaded into my DAW, and I have a little room reverb. Now let's crank those mids. Right, and now you can see there's a little more gain happening, obviously a lot more mids, but it's also changing the character of it. If you pull back the bass a bit, it helps too. It's starting to sound more like a Tweed amp. Now, the hardest thing to convey over the internet, over a video, is feel. And then most of the time when you see someone say they like a pedal more, they like a sound more, a lot of that is feel, right? We are tactile beings, right? We are spiritual creatures, and to discount feel is silly. But also to tell you about feel is silly. Like, I can't tell you what this feels like. However, Deluxe55 feels really good, and there's something about feel that will make you want to play more. Let's add some more highs. So we've shown that the Iridium can do pretty close to a clean Tweed, right? Now let's do edge of breakup, because that to me is like the money sound for the Tweed. It's so hard for me to play that pedal and just not be excited and interested. And you can see on every video I've done on the Deluxe55 that like my joy is like jumping out. I am just really biased, and I'm sorry. But I'm gonna do my best to showcase that the Iridium can get close, okay? And I feel some sort of obligation as like one of the original Iridium fanboys that like put out videos defending the Iridium. I feel that it would be honorable of me to try to like support it. Because I think some of you have bought the Iridium because of my videos. I should put forth like an effort to at least not lead you astray. Like, sorry, I knew I said I loved that, but now I love this. Can get close, right? We're getting pretty close. The IR is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Like, you're not getting sag that you get on the Deluxe 55. It doesn't feel the same. You have to take my word for that. And some of you are gonna say like, oh, that's because you're biased. And like, yes, of course I'm biased. Like, I already said I'm biased. But I'm trying to tell you what I think the differences are. And there are differences. They're not the same pedal. Of course, they're gonna be different. There's like a magic spell it has on me, okay? Like, I can't stop playing it. I love it. I love this pedal. Now, the Iridium sounds close though, right? Sonically, that's really close. But again, the feel of the Deluxe 55 is there. Okay, now let's do a fully overdriven amp, which the Iridium probably won't be able to get close to. One of the great things that the Deluxe does, it has this crazy sag. I don't know how they built it into this pedal, but the sag just makes it fun. And I think having fun with your equipment is really important, because the more fun you have, the longer you'll play. Blah, 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 blah. I just love it. Crank. See, that's the highest gain. So you got to figure out another way to crank it. I mean, it almost sounds like a fuzz. So let's put some fuzz in front. So that's the Cornerstone Audio Nero in front. I got a low bias on it, so it's kind of sputtery. It's fun too, but it's not the same feel. But that's close. You just gotta have a fuzz pedal, right? Because that's kind of where the Tweed Deluxe goes. I don't want you to get mad that I'm enjoying one pedal over another. That's just, again, my personal preference. It doesn't bother me that other people like other pedals. And it shouldn't bother you that I might like a pedal different than what you like. That's good. That's a good thing. We shouldn't all like the same things. It'd be so boring, right? So I prefer the Deluxe 55, but some of you might, I mean, I love the Iridium. I use it all the time. So it's not like I'm biased against it. I'm just saying, if you're going for that Tweed sound, the Deluxe 55, it's like it's right there. Now, some of you might say, it's too expensive. I saw a lot of comments on that. Their stuff is too expensive. Okay, if you really want that Tweed sound, there's a couple other ways you could do it. Joyo does have the pedal. I don't think they make it anymore. It's called the American Sound. I got a lot of guys spamming about it in my comments. So check it out. And I like Joyo. I've worked with them on a bunch of videos, and I still think I'm actually one of their artists. So again, like, I'm not biased against Joyo. American Sound, I haven't tried it. I don't think they make it anymore. But if you can find one used, that works. There's also this pedal called the Formula 55 from Catlin Bread. And I bought that like a month before I got the Deluxe 55. I had no idea they were making the Deluxe 55. And I bought the Formula 55 because I was like on a Tweed kick, right? And it gets really close too. And you're supposed to throw the Formula 55 in front of like a blackface style amp, like a scooped Fender amp, and it'll make it sound like a Tweed. So let's do that. That's a great Tweed sound, right? It has a different character than the Deluxe 55, but I still feel like it captures a great Tweed sound. So maybe you don't want to spend $350. I've seen the Formula 55 for like $120. So it's up to you, like what level of comfort you have with the used pedal. It sounds really good. It also has Formula 55 has a high setting, you can get that sag, not quite the same amount of sag that the Deluxe 55 has, which really like swells. But if you're looking for like just an in front of your amp pedal or in front of your modeler pedal, the Formula 55 can cover that. Now, the Deluxe 55 I think captures it way more accurately, but it also can be used as its own amp, right? I mean, this whole time I've been using it as its own modeler, right? Just straight into my DAW with an IR. What I've just tried to demonstrate here is that the Iridium can get close on some of the Tweed sounds, and you add some other pedals in your collection. I'm sure you have a fuzz, I'm sure you have a boost in your collection. You put those in front of the Iridium and you get the right IR, you get the right cab, it can emulate a Tweed and get pretty close. It's not gonna have the exact same sonic footprint, but if that's good enough for you, that should be good enough for you, right? That might be fine. But for those of you that want that like authenticity, the Deluxe 55, in my opinion, is just a high watermark. I just don't think any other pedal can get close to a Tweed now. If you want to watch all the other pedals on the Deluxe 55, here's all the videos I did on it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys out there on the internet.